Good day. It is April the 22nd, and today we're going to start John 19, doing the first three verses, and Proverbs 22. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. And wow, what a beautiful day. You can see the sun coming in. I don't need to turn that light on and get that weird glow behind me. It's just great. I guess I'm going to be doing the first four verses. That's weird. Okay, I remember I had to add one. Verse 1. So then Pilate took Jesus and scourged him. 2. And the soldiers twisted a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe. 3. Then they said, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they struck him with their hands. 4. Pilate then went out again and said to them, "Behold, I am bringing him out to you, that you may know that I find no fault in him." So, verse 1. Pilate took Jesus and scourged him. This is some time before the crucifixion, not immediately before. They mocking him, and the scourges was like whips or lash twisted together with metal ends and bones and metal spikes and metal balls on them. Yeah, it ripped his flesh away. And then during this time, they also mocked him. 2. And the soldiers twisted a crown of thorns and put it on his head and put on him a purple robe. These thorns are not thorns like you find on rose bushes. These are thorns like that. Or even like that, I think. Something like that. Anyways, and they put it on his head and they pushed it in. And the purple robe was probably a used cast-off robe that, he used for gardening or something. And they're making it, their contempt visible. And he was visible to the crowd. 3. Then they said, "Hail, King of the Jews!" And they struck him with their hands. They struck him in turn, like lining up and hit him. And they're mocking him. And in one case it says, "Hey, who struck you? Prophesize that." And for the Romans, being struck by the hand is a grave insult. And 4. Pilate then went out again and said to them, "Behold, I am bringing him out to you, that you may know that I have found no fault in him." He's found no fault, no crime in him. He couldn't find a thing that Jesus did wrong or was criminal in the Roman eyes. So he was disgusted with them. He was disgusted with the whole event. And by the way, he hated Jews. He slaughtered them when he could. He slaughtered some in the temple while they were worshiping. Proverbs 22. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold. It's better to be righteous than rich. 2. The rich and the poor meet together. Yahweh is the maker of them all. The rich and poor, both all made by God, by Yahweh, and to mock one or to insult one is to insult God, is to blaspheme God. 3. A prudent man seeth the evil and hideth himself, but the thoughtless pass on and are punished. The prudent man looks ahead and prepares, evil's coming, let's get ready for it. The thoughtless goes, I don't care. 4. The reward of humility is the fear of Yahweh, even riches and honor and life. God, when you please God, that is when you follow him and obey him, he will reward you. 5. Thorns and snares are in the way of the froward, and he that keepeth his soul holdeth himself far from them. Yeah. The froward is rebellious. They're going to be beset by thorns and snares with their plans. Those who are godly won't have that. 6. Train up a child in the way he should go, and even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Early training lasts a lifetime. 7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is a servant to the lender. Yes, they are. What happens is you owe someone money, and let's say you make $10 an hour and you owe them $100. You work 10 hours to pay that $100. Actually, you work more because taxes and all that other stuff are taken out of it. So 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 hours to pay off $100 at $10 an hour. Yeah, that's what you owe him. That much time, that much of your life. 8. He that soweth iniquity shall reap vanity, and the rod of his wrath shall fail. 9. He that has a bountiful eye shall be blessed, for he giveth his bread to the poor. Being generous, and while you're loving God, because you love God, will be rewarded. 10. Cast out the scorner, and contention will go out. Yea, strife and shame will cease. Get rid of troublemakers, and trouble will cease. 12. He that loveth pureness of heart, that has grace in his lips, the king shall be his friend. 12. The eyes of Yahweh preserve him that has knowledge, and he overthroweth the words of the faithless man. 13. The sluggard said, There's a lion without. I shall be slain in the streets. He always has an excuse. It's not even a lion, it's probably just some shadow in the distance. 14. The mouth of the strange woman is a deep pit, and he that is a whore to Yahweh shall fall therein. 15. Foolishness is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. Correction and discipline teach a child right from wrong, and it may hurt. 16. One may oppress the poor, yet will the gain increase. One may give to the rich, yet will want come. 17. Incline thy ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply thy heart unto my knowledge. In other words, listen up and do what I tell you. 18. For it is a pleasant thing if thou keep them within thee. Let them be established altogether in thy lips. It will be pleasant, it will be nice when you keep them. You'll be satisfied when you keep them with thee and speak them. 19. That thy trust may be in Yahweh. I made them known to thee this day, even to thee. That you may trust Yahweh. I have made these things known to you. Today, even to thee. 20. Have I not written unto thee excellent things of counsels and knowledge? I've written it down to you. And 21. That I might make thee know the certainty of the words of truth, that thou mayest bring back the words of truth to them that sent thee. This is that you may return to where you came from, and teach them what you learned from me. 22. Rob not the weak, because he is weak, neither crush the poor in the gate. For Yahweh will plead their cause, and despoil of those that despoil them. Yeah, don't take advantage of the poor and the helpless and the weak, because God will take their side. 24. Make no friendship with a man that is given to anger, and with a wrathful man thou shalt not go, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. 26. Be not thou them that strike hands, that is, or him that are sureties for debts. This is co-signing. You're guaranteeing another person's money or action that he's going to do something, and if you don't, you'll take care of it. 27. If thou hast not the wherewith to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? Yeah, because when you pay, and you will be paying, if you don't have enough, they'll be taking their bed from you. 8. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. That is the fence line. When you remove it, you're stealing his land. And 29. See a man diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings. He shall not stand before mean men. I hope you've been blessed by this reading. May the Lord richly bless you. Remember, if you'd like to be tagged when I post these videos, or if you have any questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, complaints, or anything else, you may reach me through 810-242-2997. That's 810-242-2997. You can call, text, leave a message, whichever you like. Remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I.